Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome in here to Rover Sports, and today we are going to be talking about the Buffalo Bills, and I am very, very excited to be with y'all again. It has been kind of a long, long week or a long preseason. I know Josh Allen did well against the Carolina Panthers. He did very well. And I want to thank a lot of you guys in the comment section for continuing to ask me to do content on the Buffalo Bills. The Bills this week had a big shakeup, and you guys have obviously heard about it. It is Shady McCoy getting cut. And I look at this and I'm happy that they made this move because they are giving Devin Singletary the keys to the kingdom, the keys to this offense. And this is the right decision. You know, Devin Singletary is a young running back. Running backs, when they're rookies, can be very effective. It's considered, I think, their first 3 or 4 years can actually be considered a prime of a running back's career. And they're going to let Singletary continue to evolve, and they're letting him get the starting reps, and that is a great, great decision for the Buffalo Bills. So Shady is going to go back to Kansas City. He was good in Buffalo. He helped them get to a playoff berth. He did. He did what he needed to do, LaShawn McCoy, and he was a pretty solid player for the Buffalo Bills. He still contributed. He still had some memories in Buffalo. He was a player that I think Bills fans are going to really like when his career, when he decides to hang it up. But he was getting a lot older, and now we have Devin Singletary coming into the mix, and I'm pretty ecstatic about the start of the Singletary era. And he has Frank Gore backing him up, so Frank will probably be able to talk with Singletary and give him advice. And Shady McCoy was just going to take reps from Singletary, and really Devin Singletary needs to get the reps, and that's what's going on now in Buffalo. So that was the big news. My guy Davis Webb also, I forgot to add him into the pictures of this video. He got signed to Buffalo. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback in that room. I think they have Matt Barkley as well. Barkley's a smart USC guy who's played a lot of football. And also for Davis Webb, it's going to be good to really be in Ken Dorsey's room because I think Ken Dorsey's done a really nice job just assimilating himself in Buffalo. Brian Dable's offense, I think, will add a little bit more spread concept to what Davis is used to. A little bit more attacking out of the shotgun. Adam Gase had that as well. He had Ben McAdoo, he had Shermer. And also for Davis Webb, that what he's really going to be adding to the Buffalo Bills. And this was a lot of people on Twitter yesterday were commenting and saying that Davis Webb, that this was a move that was like a Bill Belichickian move because the Buffalo Bills are going to New York the first 2 weeks, and they're playing both of Webb's first two stops. They're playing the Jets, and then in week 2, the Bills are going to be playing the New York Giants. Which leads me to, I think, maybe the most interesting topic that I'd like to get started of Monday this week, because in six days, we are going to be playing a football game between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And I'm going to go ahead and preview this game right now. I'm knocking out all the Bills content right now. I do want the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I really do. I like the Bills fans. I like everything that you guys have to offer to my show. But I also have liked the Bills. I am a Giants fan, but in this game, I really look at the Bills, and this is going to be, both of these games are complete kind of toss-up games, the Bills and the Giants. I think that a lot of Bills fans are kind of underestimating the New York Giants this year and Saquon Barkley, but this is about the Jets. And this Bills defense, I mean, Adam Gase, they've seen Adam Gase. They were able to destroy Adam Gase in Week 17 last year. Sam Darnold and Gase have been having a really good preseason. The hype of the preseason training camp out of Jet country is that Sam Darnold is really grasping the offense, that he has a lot more freedom. And Darnold came from one of the worst offensive staffs in the league with Jeremy Bates. So The Jets are going to try to spread you out. They're going to try to get Crowder involved. They're also going to try to get um, Robbie Anderson. Really, this comes down to a Bills pass rush, and I am very confident, and there's no reason not to be confident in the Bills defense and their secondary. So it's strength versus strength because you have Jordan Poyer and you have Micah Hyde. You have all the Bills secondary members going up against an elite Jets or going up against a Jets passing attack. So it's really strength on strength. It's Bills defense. It's Bills secondary against Jets passing attack. And I'd have to give the edge to the Bills secondary, especially early in the season, because defenses are going to be fresh. You're going to see so many low-scoring games. You're going to see these amazing athletes just crush running backs all day long. That's what you're going to see. And so when we look at this game and we look at the rosters of these teams, the Jets would be smart to run the football a lot at the Buffalo Bills because that's kind of you don't want to attack the Bills through the air. But knowing Adam Gase, he's really confident and he's going to try to continue to attack the Jets secondary, or he's going to try to attack the Bills secondary in this game a heck of a lot. And I don't really think that is that bright of an idea. I think the Bills match up great in this matchup. Tre'Davious White. You look at Levi Wallace is the second corner, and that's a spot where who knows? The Jets have Crowder and Robbie. They don't have the best wide receiver talent, so they don't even have that much talent. Chris Herndon, who's a huge target for them, a really good tight end, who's super athletic. He is out. They have Trayvon Wesco in the game. The Bills better get pressure. The Jets' offensive line is not very good. The Bills, I'm telling you up front, I want Ed Oliver to have a day. You have Jerry Hughes, Jordan Phillips is Harrison Phillips, excuse me, is a guy from Stanford that I want to see get pressure in the middle of this Jets offensive line. If the Jets score 17 points, I think the Bills can beat them. I think you got to hold. If the Jets get 24, that's too dicey. 21, possible. Because I look at Josh Allen, this is his first game. He's on the road. The Jets, again, they're going to be fresh defensively. So, listen, if Josh Allen gets the Bills to 28 points, then you're going to have a winner. And for Josh, you just can't turn the ball over. There can't be fumbles. This is a game with Sean McDermott. However you win it, you need to win it, even if you win it really ugly. This is a game for Sean McDermott. I'm worried about this game because I don't think Sean McDermott is an elite coach. And if the Bills are going to make the playoffs, they're going to need to win these toss-up games like this. I think that the Jets game is even more manageable than a New York Giants game. I think the Giants beat Buffalo. I know I'm a Giants fan, so maybe you can take it with a grain of salt. I think the Giants can get to Josh Allen with their pass rush. And this game versus the Jets, I think that the Jets are going to be favored by about 2 or 3. They're the home team in this matchup. Just Buffalo, it could be like the Miami game last year. It's going to be a game that, like Buffalo, if they're going to make the playoffs, they better win this game. This game's really, really tough to predict. It all comes down to Josh Allen and this passing offense. It comes down to Robert Foster and it comes down to Brian Dable. They can't play scared. Josh Allen needs to air it out and he needs to attack. And he needs to be a guy that has huge expectations to score. Not that we're going to dip our toes into the pool, into the kiddie pool, because that's a lot of times what offenses will do in week one. Offenses are at a huge disadvantage. These defensive guys are as fresh as they're going to be all season. In November, that's where you start seeing the cream rise to the top. That's where you start seeing Julio Jones have like 200 yards. But in September, the unders hit like every single week. You're going to see bloodshed. You're going to see teams like the Jaguars win. Week one is a tough barometer, but for this Bills team, I don't want to come back here on Monday and say the Bills should have won this game and Josh Allen and the Bills made a ton of mistakes. I'm just afraid that Sean McDermott is not good enough to win this type of game. I'm afraid that Dable is going to be too conservative. I'm afraid that the Bills' expectations are that they're still young and that they're kind of going into this game hoping to win instead of expecting to win. And I'm afraid of this game. I really am. I want to see the Bills make a statement. I want to see Josh Allen really throw the ball down the field. Even if he throws a 30-yard interception, I want him going down swinging in this game. I don't want Josh taking sacks. I mean, you have to look at Quinnen Williams and Leonard Williams. So you have to try to get the ball out sometimes quickly. Cole Beasley's going to be huge on third down, staying on the field, and time of possession if possible. If possible, time of possession. Just the Bills' offensive line. You have Quentin Spain, who I think is already banged up. That I read about. Deion Dawkins, Feliciano, Mitch Morse. Mitch Morse will be a big key, but this is an offensive line. You have Cody Ford, Quentin Spain. Those are the two guys that I really know that are new on this offensive line. So I'm freaking worried about false starts. The Jets fan base is going to be juiced. You're going on the road, and I'm gonna guess the line for this game right now. I really have not looked at this line. I'm going to say the Jets are favored by about 2 or 3 points. So let me look at this line. It could be 4. I'm going to say 3. I'm going to split the difference. It could be 2 or 4. So I'm looking up the line right now for this contest. And the over-under, 45. Wow. So according to right now, the Jets are exactly 3 and the over-under is 40, which is incredibly low for this game. They think it's going to be a defensive slugfest. So that if the game again is defensive, I don't think it's good for Buffalo because we need to see Josh Allen we need to see this offense freaking execute. And the Jets, I'm worried. This is what I'm worried about for Buffalo. I'm worried about sacks for Josh Allen. I'm worried about protection against this Jets defensive line. I'm worried that Allen's going to get sacked 4 or 5 times. I'm worried about a horrible third down rate. I'm really worried about this Bills offensive line not running the ball at all. If the Bills can average 3.5 yards a carry, get to 120 yards, if the Bills can run the football, they'll win this game. If the Bills can run the football, win the line of scrimmage, they're going to win the game. Defensively, of course, it's huge to stop Sam Darnold. The Jets are favored for a reason. I don't know if the Bills can really win this game. I'm just worried about this offense, about Dable. They're a team that's young, and again, McDermott. This is huge. This is a week 1 game. Even the Bears last year with Matt Nagy, they blew a game to the Green Bay Packers. If this game was in Buffalo, I'd feel really pretty decent about it. It's very unknown. You're kind of going into an unknown game. You're kind of seeing ghosts because you don't know how Sam Darnold and Adam Gase are going to come out here and win this game. I think the over might actually hit the more I think about it. It's tough. I'm worried a little bit about Darnold. This game is a scary, scary game for the Buffalo Bills. I'm not confident betting here either way. If the Bills can win this game, it would be a pleasant surprise. I would be really ecstatic. Any way you can win, even if they win 6-3, it doesn't matter. This is a tough game against a divisional opponent on the road to start off the season. You got to air the ball out on these Jets defenders. Okay, Tremaine Johnson is overpaid. Apparently, he was not that good last year. And of course, it's hard for me to view every game, and I need to do a much better job of viewing it. But I'm just giving you some gut reactions. I'm very wishy-washy myself on this game from a Bills perspective. This is a game that Buffalo, it would be awesome to win. Tremaine Johnson, Darryl Roberts. You got to attack these guys. Marcus May, who's hurt a lot, you got to attack him. Brian Poole is a good pickup for the Jets. The Jets, Avery Williamson is out at the linebacker spot, so maybe you could get Singletary and those guys matched up on linebackers. Dawson Knox will have to have huge catches. Cole Beasley's going to be huge in this game. He is one of the more experienced players in the league. 3rd and 5, if Josh Allen's going to need to hit Beasley. If you get those 3rd and 5 conversions in this game to stay on the field, keep the Jets defense on the field, and then you're going to have explosive plays if you want to win. You're going to have Robert Foster break one. You're going to have Josh have to hit a 60-yard bomb because I don't feel like waltzing and going on 8-play drives. I don't trust this running game at all. I really don't. I think that the Jets' defensive line can stuff the run. They're great at it. Jamal Adams, Leonard Williams, Quinnen Williams, Cashman is going to be there. I'd be surprised if the Bills get to 100 yards rushing. That's why it's going to be really ugly up front. They're going to get stuffed with that Jets crowd, and the Jets are good against the run. They really are. I'm really worried about so the way you're going to score is you're going to hit Robert Foster. You're going to scare the Jets defense. There better be some downfield throws, pass interferences. It's so easy to challenge pass interference. So for Josh Allen on first down, it's time for play action. You got to go balls out in this game, throwing the ball deep. I'm not worried about long interceptions. You got to play to win this game. And I know that some of this stuff is cliche. Most of it probably is. But if you're the Buffalo Bills, you need to be really aggressive in spots in this game. Going forward on fourth down. You're not. I don't want to keep the Jets around the game. And again, I can't wait to see this Bills defense match up against Darnold. I'm confident that the Bills defense can shut down Darnold. It's a matter of Josh Allen being aggressive in this game against the secondary. It's a mindset thing. These two games against the Giants and the Jets, it's mindset. And if you split, you're all right. If you win both, obviously that's incredible. It's leaning towards a split because both of these games are going to be extremely, should be close on paper. The way that I'm going to go about it, though, it's sad, but I'm going to go mind over heart here. I'm going to take the New York Jets to win the game, and I'm going to take the Jets, and it's going to be like 23 to 17, 21-17 sort of game. Darnold's going to have just enough touchdowns. The Jets are going to be winning most of the game, and the offense is not going to look good with Josh Allen. They're not going to throw the ball deep enough times. Sean McDermott in the spot. It's an indictment on the Bills' offense. The offensive line is going to look horrible because I know that Deion Dawkins is overrated. This offensive line is not going to be good. Third down conversions, the Bills are going to go like 1 for 12, maybe 2 for 13. They're going to be disgustingly bad on third down. The Jets crowd is going to get into the game. Darnold's going to have a lot of opportunities, and Darnold and Gase are eventually going to break the seal of the Bills' defense. It's all about time of possession, and I don't think the Bills' secondary can hold up against this Jets team that long, and I don't have confidence in this Bills' offense or the play calling of Dable. I think that the Bills have the personnel to win this game because, again, it comes down to Josh Allen in this game. If you get to 28 points, you're very comfortable. You put it in the defense's hands. It comes down to Cole Beasley on third down. Cole is the key, and I'm going to say Robert Foster because Foster and Allen can hit a huge play. So I'm going to say Robert Foster, Beasley, and Allen are the keys to this game. Obviously, Poyer and Hyde are huge keys to the game on the back end defensively. I'm not worried really about Le'Veon Bell. I'm not really that worried. Robbie Anderson, a tiny bit worried. So I rephrase that. I'm worried a little bit about Le'Veon Bell getting out into the backfield catching footballs. But again, this is a game on the road that I haven't seen McDermott ever win. This needs to be a new Bills team with a new start, and Josh Allen, he's capable of doing this. I'd be very proud if Josh did it. But again, if I'm forced to make a pick, I'm picking the Jets here by about 4 or 5 points in a relatively predictable kind of 21-17 where the Bills defense gets Josh opportunities, but the Bills play in a very conservative manner, and they're just really pretty atrocious on offense. They might even only score 13 points in this game. Again, if Josh can get to 28 points, it would be incredible. Any way Josh can get 4 touchdowns on this team would be great. 24 points would even be a solid a portion for Josh Allen. So that's what's going to have to happen. And it's going to be a game. It's very tough because it's Adam Gase, it's Sam Darnold. They are coming at it at home. They got the home crowd. And again, you haven't really seen this offense. It's a little bit like seeing ghosts because you don't necessarily know how Sam Darnold, there's a lot of tricks that Adam is holding in his pocket against the Bills. So a new coach, it's a scary matchup. I do. The more I think about it, the more I like the Jets and Darnold in the spot. I think that Darnold getting Adam Gase is decent for him in the short term. Long term, I think Gase is going to actually be a disaster. I like Sean McDermott long term. And again, these are great. I can't wait. I like that the Bills are getting these two games because you're going to immediately know about the Bills this year. Are they 8-8? Are they 7-9, 9-7? You're going to learn so much in these first two games. So Webb is going to give good intel. It's going to be a fascinating game. Fascinating to see how Josh Allen, how aggressive he is. Sam Darnold against this great Bills secondary. Will they draw up big plays, or will the Bills kind of hold them down and force Darnold to throw underneath? Bills have such a mature and smart secondary. And it really, I don't think they're going to run the ball. So a lot of aspects, it's all about the play calling of Dable and how aggressive McDermott is going into this game from an offensive standpoint, decision making, because you're going to have a chance to win. So that's how I view it, guys. And I appreciate you all watching. I really do. One of the best games on tap all week long, Bills and Jets.